Well, hello. It's Bella here from Bella's Crafty Studio, and I'm coming to do a little bit of mixed media this afternoon, and I thought I'd take you along with me. So I hope you're all well. The weather here is absolutely stunning, and I'm trying to stay cool. In fact, I'm going to take my footwear off. There we are. I'll cool me down a bit more and just chill and relax. So what I'm going to do this afternoon, if I could just quickly stretch across, I'm going to work, look, I forgot I had this. Isn't it fab? On my art journal. So I'm going to work a little bit in this later on, but before that, I'm going to make some art fodder to keep in my folder. And as I said before, the idea has come from Rachel from Roxy Creations. And what a brilliant idea it is to keep all your art inspiration in one place. So thank you for that, Rachel from Roxy Creations. Anyway, now I wanted to show you these pens. Let me see, they're white gel pens. I said I was going to use them, didn't I? High capacity, smooth writing, acid free, ideal for adding accents and highlights. And there's XSG and Permium. I'll show you the back. There's the number there. Okay, so I don't know what, and I think there were six, yeah, there's 6 in there. So the first time I tried them, it didn't seem to come out, and then I've tried them today, and look, they're coming out really well. So that's what I've done on there, just by here, look. I hope I'm on camera, and I've done this one here. So easy peasy. If you want to make some marks on anything dark, then get a white gel pen, and it's 0.8 the point. All right, and it's now this is actually baking paper. Now I didn't think it was going to work on here, but we'll see how it dries, shall we? Staying very wet, but it has gone on there, but I don't know if it's going to dry. So in this weather it should, I know it should, but certainly on this paper bag, and I like to use the not the shiny side, the matte side. Okay, so you can do your squares like this, and they'll show up on the brown. You can do circles, you can do numbers, you can do all kinds of things. So that's the gel pen. So I wanted to show you that in case you didn't know what to purchase. And I'm glad I tried them again because I was disappointed the first time. So they do work. So that's brilliant. So that's that. So that's some fodder with that on. And I can remove that. And I've got loads and loads of paper ready for us to paint on. I got some brown paper, and I've got some now this is parchment paper. Now let me try I don't know whether I did try this earlier, but let me try it to see whether or not it will write on here. Probably will. So what should we write? Let's just write my name for a minute. Well, that seems to have worked, and we'll see whether it will actually dry, but it does work. So I don't know whether you can see that. There, look, with the light shining on it. So it has worked on the parchment paper. So there we go. So that's good. It's going to work on most things, especially the black paper that I put in my journal. I know it's going to work on there. Now what I brought out is are these paints. These 3, actually, I think they're all different. Those 2 are the same. Okay, they're Do Crafts Artiste acrylic paints. And this is acrylic paint by Royal Lanicals. I'll point it up there for you to see. And there's and this one is Doe Crafts as well. I don't know whether it's Do Crafts or Doe Crafts. There we are, you can see it there, look. All right, and I got those in a lovely haberdashery shop of all places. Well, it was more of an arty shop. Now what I've done, I've got this tissue and it's on a pad, but I've torn that one off. But this one is on a pad, and you can just put them on like this. Let's do a few, shall we? And then when you've finished, you can just throw them away or use them as fodder, which would be a good idea, wouldn't it? So let's just try a little at a time. If we spread them out a bit. Oh, that's a nice one. Look, it's quite shiny. Oh, it's a pearl one, that's why. Yummy. And I won't put the white out yet. I'll just try these for a minute. And I'm not going to use water. I have got water here for my brush, so I'll just take the lid off, put that over there, and then we'll try. Let's try this one for a minute. Move my gel pen out the way. And we're just going to make little marks like that. That pink is gorgeous. And when you're using the brush, always remember there are two sides to the brush. It took me a long time to remember to do this. Turn your brush over, use the point, use the whole brush, and you use all your paint. All right, that's just a little tip for you. I should have used bigger paper, I think. And I'm doing this in order to be able to put some marks on these. Let's go upwards, shall we? Turn my brush over. It's very, very hot here today. Very hot. So that's one. And then once that's dry, which is almost drying now, I'll show you how hot it is here in Wales. Right, let me wash my brush out. And now I'm going to have a wet brush now, aren't I? So I need a tissue. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Silly me. Okay. I may decide really, but the thing is you can't keep, let me use another brush. I didn't want to use water with it, that's what I was going to say. This is a gorgeous pink. I don't think I put enough out, but let's go that way this time. And if you want a dry brush look, don't put so much paint on. I don't know whether you can see that. And that's how the artists get, let me stand up a minute. That's how the artists get their dry brush stroke. Not using a wet brush, but a dry brush and not a lot of paint. So if you want that, don't use much paint. See? And I quite like that. I do that a lot in my watercolours. There we go. Just stuck my hand in that one. Bound to happen. Okay. So I may as well use all that. I may as well spread this around here now. And then that can be fodder as well. And I must remember not to throw it away. All right. Okay. So let's wash that brush out. The water's looking delicious. It looks like one of those drinks that you buy. There we are. I always wash my brushes out. Let's use another brush. That'll do. And I'm going to mix these up. I don't know whether you're on camera or not. In fact, I'll do it on this one. So we'll do blobs this time. We'll do some circles. And I've got a round tip brush for this. Okay. Whether you can see this, I'll move in the middle a little bit. This is very relaxing, you know. If you're feeling a little bit tense or you suffer with anxiety, and I am prone to that, but I haven't been too bad lately. Not only does craft help, but certainly this kind of thing, because it's mindless and you can just switch off from the world. Not too long, because we shouldn't do that, but just to give your mind and your heart a little rest. and you'll feel so much better. And it does chill you right down. And I can tell you, I know when Rachel from Roxy Creation is doing it, she forgets to talk because she's so relaxed. And that's how it should be. You should just chill. I quite like that one, don't you think? And it's shiny, so that's going to be really nice in my art journal. I'm looking forward to using my beautiful art journal. My son came yesterday and I showed it to him and he thought it was wonderful. So, oh, and my daughter did. Yes, I saw them all yesterday. I saw Rachel the day before, and I saw both of my children. They were born very close together because I had them really close together, the first two. And then 12 years later, then Rachel came along. But the first, the girl came first, and then my son. And they were really close when they were younger. They still are now, but they don't see much of each other now. I think I'm going to finish this up. Let's just put... The brush might be a bit wet, but it's working. It's okay. That's all right. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Turn my brush over. And you don't need to be fussy with this. Just do your stroke. Oh, I can hear the seagulls. And we don't even live by the sea. We live up on a mountain. It's a scream, isn't it? There we go. So that's that one. And what I think I'll do... Let me just wash my brush out. I have to be patient with me washing my brush because I'm a stickler for washing my brushes. There we go. That's that one. And... I think I used that one, didn't I? Oh no, I'm using the pink, so I need some more pink. I think it's this pink. Let's put it somewhere else and then we'll have some more fodder. There we go. Which one did I do first of all? That one. It was this one, I think. There we go. And... go like that. There we are. I just want to use the paint up. I know I like the dry stroke, but I don't. It's drying as fast as I'm putting this on here, by the way. So we won't have to wait long before we can doodle on it, will we? Right, let's do another one. Let's finish this one off because I put rather a lot of paint down on there. And acrylics will dry out. They go very hard. So that was why I spread that out. And I'll be spreading the other two out in a moment. What's that? Oh, I think I'll go down there and use up the... Well, I hope you're all having a wonderful summer. I know parts of the world is probably winter for you, but I hope you're not too cold. And I hope you're keeping cool if you are hot, because we're not used to this. But apparently we're going to have another heat wave after this one. So we may have to think in years to come whether or not we put some air conditioning into our homes, won't we? We shall see. Now, I'm going to try and use up this paint. But I want to use, I'll put that in there in a minute. I know I'm being naughty. I'll do some circles with this one. I don't know whether you will see the paint over there. Yes, you can. Gosh, I'm hot. I'm really hot. I don't think I've ever been this hot in my life. I usually avoid the sun. I'm not one for sitting out in the garden. I don't know about you, but... I'll garden and I'll enjoy doing my garden, but I'm not one for just sitting out there reading. I'm a doer. I like to be doing things. But we do go out and have our tea on the patio, tea and cake every afternoon in this lovely weather. We've made the most of it, so we've enjoyed that. It's been lovely. Now, my dear friend Cheryl is almost home, for those of you that know Cheryl. And she's had a wonderful trip. So pleased for her. And she's been drying flowers. For a minute, I thought, well, where is she drying the flowers? But she's putting them into magazines. She's picking them on her road trip on her way home. And she's drying them in I don't know what it is, whether it's a book that she's taken or whether it's kitchen towel, I don't know, but she's she's doing it and she's putting them in magazines, I think. So she'll have a load of dried flowers when she gets home. Good for you, Cheryl. Go, girl. All right, let's do another shape now. Let's do some lines, shall we? Doesn't matter what you do because they just look effective when you put them on in your collages. And as I say, it's mindless. You haven't got to think about it, just do it. It's the same with the doodling. Just find a shape and just do it. Isn't that cool? So let's have a look. Let's see what we've got. We've got this one. We've got this one. I like that one. I'll pull it down a bit because I'm not sure where you are. And we've got this one, which is still drying. All right. I think I already did those. And now I'm going to put some down here because I'm not going to waste it. And then it'll dry. They're like paint swatches, aren't they? You know, that you get from the decorator's shop. That's it. And then that can be cut up. Don't know whether you can see that. That can be cut up as well. And it won't go through, or at least I don't think it does. We'll have a look in a minute. Let's do some stripy bits. Should have done that on the paper, shouldn't I? Don't know where that came from. There we are. Now we can get some dry brush, which is lovely. I love that. So you get it off your brush and it'll curl now, look, because I've gone to the edge. Okay, doesn't matter. I think I've got most of it off there. I've been a good girl. I haven't wasted that. So that can go in there. Where's my other brush? Just before it dries. There we are. Ah, nice. So when that's drying, look. Isn't that fun? I'm having more fun on this tracing paper than I did on those. Well, there we go. We'll let that dry and then we'll see what happens afterwards. So I'll put that there because the window's open and that can dry it. And I'll go to this one and do a few little. But I want to do my brushes first. So excuse me a moment. Oh, there's a lot of paint in there, but I'll get the worst of it out. I want to see the colour of the water. I'll show you in a minute. The reason I take my brush out is because it could bend the brush out of shape, whereas I like to keep my brushes in good condition. Look at the colour of the water. Pretty. There we are. Oh, we didn't try that, did we? I could have put it on there. Silly girl. Right, okay, well, let's do some doodling on here. I'll do the gel pen on that one. But this one, I think this is dry. And I'm going to do some squiggle lines. Oh, yes, look at that. Let me check you're in view. I think you are. When you put the camera in the holder, it's always right in the middle. So I'm never quite sure where I am in that, on that part. I can see either side, but I can't see. Well, that's fun, isn't it? I like these gel pens. I'm glad I bought 6. Now, I'm not sure whether it would work. I don't really want to go over that. I could do that with black actually, but that's come out really well. So what I think I'm going to do on here, that one's still a little bit wet. Yes, thought so. You can do whatever shape you like. It's your painting and it's your doodling. There we go. And let me just wipe the tip. That's not quite dry yet, so I better not mess with that one. I quite like that just left as it is. I don't know whether that would be more clear. I don't know. Perhaps that's too busy. Some of these are taking a while where I haven't spread it out, but I do like the white actually. Let's try, I've got a blue one here, I think. It's not a gel pen, I don't think. Let me see. No, it's a paper mate. So what shape shall we do on here? Let's do dots. There we go. And I can do that on all of them. I won't do it now, but I will do it on all of them off camera. And it just adds a little something, doesn't it? Isn't it a fab idea? So look at those. Aren't they fun? And that one. So let's put those up there a minute, and that. And then I think I'm going to do crosses on this one. It's nothing, there's nothing clever about this. It's just using your imagination and just relaxing and not worrying about what it's going to look like. And I'm telling you, you will be so relaxed doing this, you'll probably fall asleep. Isn't that fun? So remember, I'm making this now to make art in my art journal. And my inspiration is coming from Wendy, from Wendy's Journal Adventure, and Rachel from Roxy Creations. And I'm going to do different ones down there. So that's those. All right, so let's have a go now on using, let me put my lid on because I don't know whether they'll dry out or not. I've got some of these. Oh gosh, that looks real fun. Oh, I love that. Oh, I was going to show you whether that has come through or not, wasn't I? Gosh, I actually remembered something. There you go. Nothing. No, nothing. So that's good. And these pens, if I can get hold of them, my husband bought, I think I've shown you these before. So I'll just close it up so you can see what they are. 24 colours, Bitoon, and it looks as if it's Chinese or something. There we are. But I just want, because they got double tips. So what colour have I got on there? So any colour will work on there, won't it? Let's try, oh, I don't know what to choose now. Let's try a red, shall we? If I can get it out. Why doesn't it want to come out? There we are. So we've got that shape there, one end, and we've got to round shape that end. So let's try the, gosh, my nose is itching. All right, let's try it on this one and see. It does come out. Yeah, it is coming out. I don't know whether you can see it or not. So this is another way of, if you've got children's marker pens, dig them out and use those if you haven't got paints. And anything you can lay your hands on, right? And they're great fun. As I say, it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm not trying to make them all the same, because in art you don't want that. You want it to be different. I think I'll do triangles now. And you could just cut off, you know, that much if you wanted, and just put it in a cluster, or you can layer this, because it's see-through, you can layer this over the top of something else. What have I got? This here. There, it just about shows through on there, but let me see something else. It's quite thick, you see. That might be, you know, something a bit there. But it doesn't really matter, because you can layer them. That's what I'm trying to say. You could just do layers. So that's the blue one. Making sure I press these down, because they will dry out otherwise. And what's that one there? It's a grey one. I don't want grey. I want pink. Let's use pink. Or red. Ooh, golly, that's bright. I'm not sure I would use that colour. That's more autumny, isn't it? Ooh. Purple and orange are not my favourites. I'm having trouble getting them out. I'm so sorry. There we go. Yeah. Oh, now that's, what colour is this? It's quick drying ink. Fine. Oh, it tells you there which end is which. It's not giving me the colour, I don't think. No, we've just got to guess. So let's try it on here then. Let's find out. So let's do circles this time. Well, it's quite a nice colour actually. It's not red, it's more pinky red. So there's a bit of blue in this, if you know what I'm talking about. And you're mixing colours. So there we are. And so there we go. So you can use those, and I'll carry on doing a bit more off camera now, and then I shall be back, and then we'll put some into our journal. Okay, so I'll leave it there now, and I'll be back soon.